welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. If you notice a word during shuffling, feel free to take it as a sign, because this deck has just picture and word things, so let's see. Closing my eyes. Okay, this one wants to come up, and then we start here. Okay, what do we have? Limits, resistance, and new start. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded and we must make a new start. Resistance. Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process, and know that limiting attitudes are often formed as protective reactions to past events. Limits. Yeah, this is very limited, isn't it? With all the structures. Let's see what else we get. It's funny because yesterday I had a thought about this card, and I thought if this card comes up, it's the center of the reading. Yeah, okay. Transformation. Ooh, telepathy and access and healing. Yeah. So for you, this card is very important. Whatever you are currently residing in whichever situation you are, this card is very important, and it can be seen as negative, right? Because it's the finger, and the finger is often, you know, it's a symbol of resistance sometimes, you know, or some being against something. But I think there's an underlying depth to it that we want to explore today, right? Because it came up like this, and it's like the resistance. Let's have a look at this card. I'm noticing the built structure, the constructed world versus the real, true world in a way. And even there is another layer. You know, this is nature and everything, and this is what we do call cities, or just our built-up world that we have created as humans. And I don't know what kind of animal this is, but this plays into this realm. This is the consciousness and everything that's being hidden from us. And even this with the trees appears like reality, but it's also not reality. There's more depth to it. It's this it's almost like, again, I've had that before, it's almost like being in a computer game, and you know, being like in The Sims or something, you know, being someone in the computer game, but you know, trying to make moves, but it's like there's a lot of stuff that's coming up, and you think that you are in control, but there's something else, you know, your higher self that's stepping up, and which is it's basically the person who controls the mouse and everything, right? And your consciousness in this world is the consciousness that is inside the computer game, but you also know that there's more, and there's some higher organization, or how should I say, yeah, something like that. But it's this, I think you are having a big resistance towards something that's currently in your path, and and you are analyzing it because you're wondering, why you have this resistance, and there are a lot of layers to it. That's what I'm getting. It's with this is random communication, but it's also always, it looks at like it's cryptic, right? And that's the way the consciousness sometimes communicates with us. And it could be that you get in dreams the guidance that what you are currently in and feeling the resistance to, it's the same situation that you might have had before, but it's transforming into a situation where you before that might have felt a bit guilty for this feeling, but now you realize that you were right all along. Your resistance towards a situation that you shouldn't be in, but that you are currently in because of force, because you think because you haven't found a way out of it yet, you haven't found a way to transform it yet. It's the truth. It's totally valid because your higher self knows that, and it steps forward, and therefore it's just showing you, okay, especially if you get dreams about the situation, and it's a bit cryptic, like this image, try to see it as the dream, how you feel in that dream, what is the issue in the dream, right? And if you can pull it into the daytime, you know that this is not it, but you also know with this, that there's something on the way that will transform the situation. And this is the higher self, it's the support from the upper realms that will bring you out of this, because they see that you need to experience something new, a new beginning and a new start. And then if you feel the urge to a certain situation, it can be any situation, right? If you feel the urge to do so, and you get dreams about it, and you feel a bit, I'm seeing this as also feeling a bit stuck, right? Because your higher self, you live in this world, you want to be free and heal, it's a healing card, and have access to more. You need to take steps to prepare yourself for the new start, and the new start can be a big shake-up in our worlds, because sometimes we need to move, sometimes we just need to reduce ourselves, do everything what you need to do to feel a bit closer to what you have envisioned or what you received in your dreams. And this can also lead to situations where we have split mind about it, where we want to hold on to things because we are too attached. But if it doesn't serve us anymore, we need to let them go and focus fully on what we really want. And then we make the space also, we first need to create the space to get the blessings that come with focusing all our attention and willpower to create what we want, to have access to what we want and need. And this is a transformation, because I think you are currently in a situation where you are, especially with this limits, it's this you also know that in the past a similar situation might have hurt you more, but now you can distance yourself a little bit more, because right from wrong, and it's more clear, right? So it's not yeah, because you're being guided and supported by your dream world and by your own consciousness and your own expectations and signs and synchronicities, and yeah, what you exchange also, you know, when you prepare yourself really, you know, for example, if even if you don't know what's ahead still, if you prepare yourself for a big change and do everything that you think or feel is required to get the change going, then you will be met also halfway. It's just this, you know, when you look at this figure is holding on. It seems like this figure just says, I don't take this away from me, right? I want to keep that. But the guidance is also to let go and let everything come in. And this is totally valid, okay? It is valid. You know, doesn't matter what other people say, you know, maybe other people tell you to, now you gotta keep this and, you know, whatever, you know, no. It's your own transformation and your own, yeah, it's a transformation, but it's also a development. And it's like, it came out like this a bit, so I'm noticing, but it's this, how you unstuck yourself, right? And this is a very stuck image for me. There's no movement. It all is just piled. You know, it's dark also. It's very dark. So this is just the darkness before your blessing comes in, you know, before you get to have the access that you need to make your next step forward. So the next card is introspection. Yeah, introspection is often necessary to deepen our awareness of the unity and divinity of life. Yeah, he's almost standing here. It reminds me a bit of the Hermit. Yeah, I don't think that you are feeling bad about being a hermit at the moment. It feels like just right, because all you really need at the moment, you know, if you look at this treetop, it's sparkly, isn't it? It's magic. You just want to be surrounded by magic, and you do take introspection and think thoughts about. You have thoughts about, you know, whenever we are about to have a big change in our lives, we obviously have gone through a phase of introspection, because this is a phase of, you know, gathering their own wisdom, and your higher self knows that sometimes it's like, it's just, I'm calling this reading the finger. I think because this is an important message. It just came to me, you know, before the reading, so I'm really pleased that this card is on the table, actually. It's just it's a confirmation. If you have the feeling that you really need to leave a situation and it's not for you, that's a confirmation. And push. Don't feel inadequate. Forget how to quit. Push on no matter how things look. And this forget how to quit today looks for me more like forget how to quit your own truth, you know, because this is all about quitting. It's about leaving things behind to make room for something new. And yeah, have a real look at our values, right? So gonna pull another some cards, see what else we got. I'm also drawn to the next card that's on the other deck. It's just, I'm gonna show it to you, what I'm drawn to. You know, because this bird is flying, but still there's a net, right? And this net is loosening. It's getting thinner, you know, over time. And it can be a representative of everything you think is the net. For me, it really looks also like the veil, but it's, you know, the net in between higher self and your incarnation. But it can also be a net of anything that holds you back to be free, because this bird is in a cage. And yeah, so let's see what is the meaning. Success! Enjoying your life and the unfolding of your creative abilities as much as possible is real success. Yeah, it's the values, you know, the values that you know have, and that you have maybe also thought about. Maybe you have built up something for yourself, and you realize this, because if you cannot uphold it in a way, you want to exit it, and you also are asking for help. You know, this is access and telepathy. It's help from the higher self, help from the other realms, from everyone who is connected with you spiritually, your spirit guides, everyone. You know, you are trying to manifest what you want, right? And so the help is there. And it's just what I'm noticing, this net is brittle. It's brittle, it's worn. You know, when a net like this is outside for a while and gets exposed to the weather, it's just getting thinner, and it's not as stable anymore. And success, right? Ooh, yeah. So now it shifts also a bit into maybe a potential love connection, but can also be being in tune with yourself. And sometimes when we are not in tune with ourselves, we need to tune us, right? And this requires this in a way. Maybe you don't see the way out yet, but I'm sure that you will soon. I think you have got a feeling that something good is, you know, this looks like a break. You know, this, celebrations like this with, I don't know what the wheel is called, but you know, this also could be the Wheel of Fortune, but it's just this celebration day, a special day, something special, something. It seems to me that you have already a feeling that something's coming in, and therefore you are preparing, really physically preparing for this shift and for this special moment. Ooh. Yeah. Today he doesn't really look sad. So often he looks sad to me, but today he looks more like depth. There's a depth in his eyes that sometimes looks like he's crying, but today it looks more like vision. Vision and knowing of your worth because of the crown and the nature. You know, it's this, what other people perceive of us doesn't matter, what they might think. You know, we have to define our own success, right? And therefore this gives you a step up in your own self-confidence if you define your own success, not by what other people might think would be good, but what you want. And therefore you might meet some resistance, because some people might not like what you are evolving into, but you are evolving into your own highest unapologetic self. Yeah, and that's important. I think that's a value that you have, to rest and rise, right? Yeah, that's a value that you currently probably are not having, and therefore you are asking for it, and you will get it because this looks like a nice day at the beach, right? And it's just not just a day. You want a life. You want to live like that. Why like this? You know, this is how now I'm getting almost argumentative. It's this. Why do we have to do all the things that they tell us to do? If we readjust our values to the things that matter to us, and which is just being and existing and resting and rising, just because of that, you know, the beginning phase of this is that you are still surrounded by circumstances that cause resistance towards this, because other people don't have the same values. Maybe they didn't go introspective and think about what's important in life and what's not, you know. Maybe some of them are still trying to prepare for a future moment, but the key is that the moment is now, right? And therefore you get all the support, because you're a part of your reason for being here is also to you know, when you transform into a place where, you know, first there's resistance from the cage we are in, right? But when you break through it and live it and be like this, you know, people look back and they look at you, and they will be a bit envious, and but also they will look up to you, and they you know, you will find also new people that have maybe, you know, maybe you're a healer, maybe you will find those people who still need to make this shift, because it is not easy to break free. But once you've gotten the way out, once you find your hole in the fence, so to say, and can go, you know, you will be an example, and it's not easy to be an example, right? Especially because of the finger. Creativity, yeah. You are also looking for inspiration and creativity, and you know that the work, life, eat, entertainment cycle is not the way to go, because it's repetitive, right? And therefore you are looking for adventure and joy and, yeah, things like that. Yeah, so let's see if we have we can wrap this up with a Moonology card. I hope it was helpful. You're very close to achieving your goal. I like that. And confidence is your key to success. Yeah. Okay. So you know, trust it. Trust what you are about to do, and trust that you will be helped along the way. Yeah, and that magic will happen because of what you received in your dreams. You know, you and you and you. Yeah, you and you get through this. Yeah, so let's see who this reading is for. We have just 2 cards left. So, Capricorn. Okay. Yeah, interesting. It's a very earthy sign, but it was, yeah, maybe that's double as hard. You know, there's a thread, like a, you know, an ongoing theme in the Capricorn readings, where I'm seeing that there's this resistance towards, you know, because it's such an earth sign, towards breaking free and being free. But yeah, you are very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, okay, love that. Additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.